Today on the Travel Magazine, join us as we visit San Sebastian, Spain. But first, to the Bavarian capital city of Munich, Germany. Capital of Bavaria and Germany's third largest city, Munich was founded by monks in 1158, right here in the heart of Europe. Hi, I'm Jake de Boer.
And I am Mieke de Boer, and welcome to this edition of the Travel Magazine.
Through the centuries, Munich has evolved into a world-class metropolis, renowned for its good taste and its own enchanting ambience.
Munich is a city of 1,300,000 inhabitants, and it's a lively and vibrant city, but also it's called a village of 1 million people.
Munich is a city of varying contrasts, from its old medieval town and historic landmarks to its more sophisticated side of gleaming office towers, sidewalk cafes, and designer boutiques. There's a big market right in the heart of Europe. Tell me about this particular market.
That's the food market, the Victualian market, and we call it the belly of Munich. The food market is there since 1807, and you find fruit and vegetables from all over the world, and you also can eat there and drink there, wine and orange juices and beer. You can eat sausage, you can buy bread. There are 60 kinds of different breads in Munich.
So if you're on a low budget, tourists that come to Munich, and if they want to eat inexpensive, is that one of the places to go to?
Yeah. You go to the food market,
yes.
And around the food market there are butcher shops, and you go into one of the butcher shops and you ask for white sausage or Leberkäse,
yeah.
And you have a meal and you are not hungry anymore.
The fruit here and the vegetables is just wonderful.
Beautiful red tomatoes, apricots.
But the asparagus, tonight I'm going to have asparagus again. You know, you can get it with vinegar, you can get it with all kinds of sauces, cheese sauce. This is a very unusual market. You know, it is the market of asparagus. I have never seen these asparagus so big and white. I don't know why we don't have them in Canada. They're green in Canada. You know, we had them last night and they were delicious. The asparagus is good, eh? This is the season for the asparagus. Yes, and they are very good. Yes. The best.
What is the Olympic Village used for now? Because it's not just sitting there, I'm sure.
It's used very widely. The Olympic Tower is used every year. 1 million people go up the Olympic Tower. And then at the swimming hall, people go swimming 7 days a week. You can go there.
How do you like to do this in Munich? They say this park is 7 kilometers long.
And what I heard as well, that it's the largest city park in the world. Can you imagine?
You know, I love to be in a horse carriage.
You know that Munich is one of the transportation hubs in the world. In fact, Bavaria, yes. Because BMW's headquarters are here.
The image of Munich, many people associate Munich and BMW.
Munich is home to BMW and its 4-cylinder world headquarters building. It symbolizes the quality, craftsmanship, and German ingenuity that make its automobiles renowned the world over.
BMW were founded in 1913.
Yes.
And in their beginning they produced air engines, which they could try it out at the first Munich airport. And later on they always produced cars and still are producing good cars.
We can look at it. Have you got your credit cards with you, May?
No, but I will tell you something. It's my anniversary coming up.
Well, you know what I'll do? Why don't you sit in it? At least you'll have the feel what it could have been like.
But Jake, I don't know. You know, the color of your jacket doesn't go with the car.
Oh, it goes with the inside.
We will be back with more of the travel magazine after Jake writes his check for this car. Just keep on watching. What is next, Jake? What are we doing next?
Mieke, I made you go away 2 years in a row on your birthday, May the 21st. Here it is 5 days later. It's Friday, and I didn't give you much. What you don't know, this was totally planned. Here in Munich, as you can see, here is your gift. Here's
Jake,
the key for your
that
new little
is wonderful.
BMW. Happy birthday.
Kinds of fashion. You can buy designer clothes here. There's a number of good designers, and also you go Bavarian style.
The Lodenfrei department store specializes in Lodenwear, the traditional Bavarian clothing worn by both men and women in the alpine regions of the country.
So Mieke, here we are in Munich, we're in Bavaria, and we're in a Lodenfrei store.
Well, you know, I think that, you know, of all the places that we have visited in Germany,
Yeah.
you know, that somewhere I should get a little outfit.
Okay, why don't we both get one?
You know, Jake, and I want to see you in an outfit because, you know,
But
this...
not lederhosen.
Okay, and we are ready.
Mieke, what do you think?
Well, Jake,
Look at you, it's great. It suits you.
and look at you. Jake, what happened to your socks?
Those are the perfect socks. That's how it's supposed to be. How do
ca-
you like the jacket? Never mind the
I
socks.
love the jacket. How do you like my outfit?
Wonderful. You're sure you were not born in Munich because the clothes suit you. You look like a total Bavarian.
I just have to get used to this.
Carillon, the clock tower. Tell me about it because it's very well known around the world. What is the story behind the clock tower?
The chime bells goes on 3 times a day during summertime and once a day at 11 o'clock in wintertime. And it's the story of a marriage, but the marriage took place in the 16th century.
Oh.
And During the feast they had a tournament, and you see the tournament during that feast, and below are the barrel makers, and this dance is still performed every 7th year during Carnival.
Beer gardens are a long-standing German tradition and can be found in the smallest villages as well as the larger cosmopolitan cities.
Altogether there are about 300 beer gardens in Munich, and among them 36 big ones. And big ones means the largest can seat 7,000 people, and then there are the smaller ones also. And it starts when the season starts. It can even be in February when the weather is good.
Yes.
People go to the beer garden and have Glühwein there. Tradition is that you go with your family to the beer garden and you bring your food with you. It's an old tradition. You just get the beer there, you take the children and the dog and go to the beer garden, because many people live in flats, and when it's hot in summer and can get hot here, then it's a way to escape the heat, and you meet your friends in the beer garden, and it's very practical because nobody has to do the dishwashing.
Frankfurt Airport has really expanded and grown. How is it as a connecting airport, and how do you as Lufthansa view it?
Well, it's the largest airport in continental Europe and among the top 10 worldwide. We find from our passengers, they're using us to fly to points beyond. So Frankfurt is a place where passengers are coming from around the world to move somewhere else.
And now we have ticketless travel. What is it?
Well, ticketless travel is exactly what it sounds like, traveling without a ticket. And it wouldn't have been possible without the computer. And the best way to visualize ticketless travel is to think of the automated banking machine, where you simply put in a card and everything else is selecting a menu, and whatever you need, whatever the customer wants, he gets. You simply go to the airport and your ticket is waiting. All the information is in the computer. So the idea is that this process here that we're seeing now is eliminated. You just come in, go to a machine, and go right to the gate.
Ticketless. Are we going to be part of this one day?
We'd love to invite you on board and try it out, Jake.
It started as a small fishing village centuries ago and grew into a beautiful cosmopolitan city and seaside resort. San Sebastian in Basque Country, northern Spain, has been able to retain the charm of a fishing village while being on par with Nice and Monte Carlo as a holiday resort.
Come, let's go and tour the city.
Okay. Known as Donostia by the Basques, San Sebastian in northern Spain lies just 25 kilometers south of the French border. Its streets and buildings are reminiscent of late 19th century Paris.
Well, the fact that it's got a bit of everything I like. You know, it's surrounded by nature. You've got the beaches, the sea, it's part of the city. You've got it everywhere, and then you've got the hills and mountains around the city. So it's a place where you don't feel the pressure of a big city. Nightlife is great. You will see it tonight. We'll go to the bars and restaurants. It will be full. And so it's like a good mixture, you know.
You've written books, you know, A Common Culture. You talk about, you have statistics in here about restaurants and so on. But let's speak first about San Sebastian starting as a small fishing village. Just give us some history.
Yes, well, the first news about San Sebastian comes from the year 1000. And we know at that time it was a small hamlet. It was only maybe 120 inhabitants. And all of them were devoted to the fishing industry.
Tell me about the fishing village. What's it called? Gitaria?
Gitaria, yes.
Gitaria. Is it very ancient?
Yes, it is. The church, you remember?
Yes.
Yes, well, that church started to be built in the 14th century.
Yes.
And it went by additions until the 18th century. And this church was made because when Gitaria has only 300 inhabitants.
The Church of San Salvador, you mean?
Yeah.
This is a very nice old Gothic church, the typical Basque Gothic, which looks a bit like a fortress, and also typical from the fishing villages. Remember, there was a boat hanging from the ceiling just in front of the lady of the Reitable.
Yeah.
This means it's an offer the fishermen they make to the Virgin so that she will protect the fishermen when they go out to the sea.
A short drive along the coast road from San Sebastian lies Gitaria. It is a beautiful village and birthplace of one Sebastian Elcano, the first navigator to sail around the world. Today, it is still a very quaint and active fishing village.
I know this is a salmon, and this looks like a little salmon, but that I know that that is bass.
Anyhow, the salmon, you notice something? I'm looking at the price without getting into it, but it's half the price of what we pay in Canada for a big salmon like that in
Jake,
Ontario.
we're not taking it with us. You know what I like about it?
What?
It doesn't smell, and they say if it doesn't smell, it's as fresh.
Look at the decoration, how they put it into the ice as if they are still jumping.
Now look at this. Look at this. This you can eat as if.
No.
This is the cocacha, eh?
Esto es cococha.
Oh, and they say it is delicious.
Esto es cococha.
That is cocacha. Oh, look at this, Jake. Just look at this. Oh,
You like that, huh?
look at these tonsils. Is all right. Yes, it looks good. Now, Jake, I love you, but not that much. So put it right away back. Look at this one. Oh, this one is still.
Let me put this one back.
Look, this one is still. It jumped from that plate to this plate.
No.
Oh, look at this, Jake. Oh, this is alive still.
Is it still
Yeah,
alive?
yeah. They covered
And
us up.
these, are they still alive too?
Yes. Yes, they are alive.
You have rowing competitions, you have wood chopping competitions. Tell me, just highlight a few of them for me.
Yeah, well, it represents a way of our traditions.
Yes.
You know, traditions and sports made by people when working. When they have a free time, they competed against them to know who was best.
First of all, we have the football players, the children. They do their competitions, the football competitions on the beach. For instance, we have a good reputation for goalkeepers because since they train on sandy places, they are not scared of falling, so they just jump and we get very good goalkeepers. And then people just do many sports there, the sailing, windsurf. We have also a beach good for surfing, canoeing, people like swimming too, and all these activities you can practice them here. Sport from the Basque Country is the pelota.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very popular in every single town all over the Basque Country. You will find these two walls in every town, even if they are very small. You have always these two walls where they play with the pelota, sometimes with a naked hand or with this kind of sticks, you know, or this kind of wooden rackets. There are very different kinds of this sport. It's very popular.
Like something that is really from the Basque, you know, from Sebastian, that is Basque.
Yes.
And I've heard about the green sauce, that it's very special. Everybody tells me that.
Yes.
So I know my husband by now. He's going to have the hake with the green sauce. That's what he's going to have. I am going to be very daring. I'm going to have the shrinks in the black ink.
Okay.
Here they have the crowded bars, the pinchos, the good wine.
What is pincho?
Well, pinchos is this little, you know, these pieces of food you find on the counters in the bars.
Yeah, stupid.
So you just take whatever you like by yourself, you don't have to order it, and then you tell the waiter how many you had or you pay for them, but afterwards. And you have it with a drink, a glass of wine or beer. Don't stay long in a bar. We stay maybe 15 minutes and then we go to the next one and so on.
So what did you think of San Sebastian?
Jake, I think it was a wonderful experience. I love it every minute.
I think it's time to pack, go to the airport, and fly with Iberia to Madrid and on to Toronto. Well, that's it for this edition of the Travel Magazine. From Basque Country in northern Spain, I'm Jake de Boer.
And I'm Mieke de Boer, and as they say in Basque Country, our